I'm saying? And I don't know why y'all got all them. Like, what's the point in having all those candles? It's already creepy enough in here. Blow some of those candles out. Hey, man, hand me those papers over there. Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you get highly classified documentations from me, your boy, Sean Blazy. Ha ha ha. But ain't nothing funny though. T.I. been snitching. People try to make it seem like this is new news. But the question people need to start asking is, why did T.I.'s cousin die in the first place? Did T.I. sacrifice his own cousin for fortune and fame? People so caught up on the fact that he snitched. And snitching is a bad word, but in all reality, sacrifice is about 10 times worse. T.I. admitted that he snitched on his dead cousin. But if you a snitch on a dead man, what would you do to a person that's still alive? Did T.I. sacrifice his cousin so he can make it to the top? If he used a dead person to get over, isn't that what a sacrifice is? Isn't that what it is when you take someone's life for your own benefit? And he admitted that he did this. And people don't want to question, was it all about fortune and fame? In 2020, T.I., the self-proclaimed king of the South, admitted to snitching on a dead family member in order to get out of an illegal gun case. People understand how messed up that is, but y'all don't understand how deep the rabbit hole goes with this whole T.I. situation. T.I.'s cousin, too, was killed before the two could go on to trial for a gun case caught in the early 2000s near ATL's Lenox Mall. So, when they got caught up in the case, his cousin was still alive. But somehow, some way, before it even went to trial, his cousin wound up losing his life. And T.I. put all the blame on his cousin. So is it okay to say that there's a possibility that allegedly T.I. put his own cousin to sleep and then placed all of the blame on him so he can get off? And not to mention, his cousin's name was Toot, and Boosie Badass got a son by the name of Tootie Raw. And Boosie been going on and on about how much he loves T.I. and how they like family and how they like cousins. Did Boosie name his son after T.I.'s deceased cousin because he was in on the sacrifice as well? He didn't want for T.I. to admit what he did, even though it's a possibility that Boosie already knew what T.I. did. Y'all gotta see this, man. This is the craziest part right here. Boosie's son goes by the name of Tootie Raw. T.I.'s cousin was called Toot for short, but a lot of people around the A-Town said his name in the street was Tootie Raw. So what is the correlation? T.I.'s cousin Toot was killed before the two could go to trial for a gun case caught early in the 2000s near Lenox Mall. But Tip says Toot's beyond the grave blessing made it okay to use his cousin and production collaborator or postponed scapegoat. He said, we caught those gun charges. Toot died. My lawyer said, well, you know, I could make everything go away if it was Toot's. It was Termel's, he said. After he had passed, I had a talk with him. Toot said, I'll take the charges you got if you can walk away free and put it on me. You goddamn right, because I'll be damned if they gonna come and the motherfucker extradite me from here. No, switch that. It's looking like T.I. is an axe murderer that done lost his damn mind. Chasing fame, chasing money, chasing women, chasing a lavish life. Crazy people do shit like that. They will kill you and talk to the body. They'll freaking chop you up and smoke a cigarette with your hand like Mad Max and shot us. This sounds like the confessions of a madman that whacked his own cousin, turned around, talked to the corpse with the maggots and shit going in and out of his mouth, having a full conversation. I'll take the charges. Why would you even want to have a conversation with a dead person? Was he playing with a Ouija board or something? We ain't even get into what Boosie got to do with this, but we about to get there.
I'll take the charges you got. If you can walk away free, put it on me. I'll take it from you, Tip. Don't even worry. They can't put me in jail. I'm already gone. You go on and be a rapper and be successful and have kids and live the life that I'll never be able to live. It's not like I'm gonna go to court. You can put it all on me.
Do y'all see how sick and twisted this really is? But before I even get into all of that, y'all gotta make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. Ooh, that shit spooky. Yo, cut that shit down. Cut it down. It's already scary. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button, man. I would really appreciate that. And I need for y'all to hit that Cash App too. $ShawnBlazeDocs. Cut that shit down. $ShawnBlazeDocs. I would greatly appreciate that, man. I would really appreciate it. If you could hit me off with something, I'm not too proud to beg. And we got a video coming up about TLC, Left Eye, and y'all gotta stay tuned, man, because it's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff we're gonna be getting into. But without further ado, let's get back into this news, man. Y'all gotta see this. Yo, Reg, take that from the top. Okay, listen at this, y'all.
You had a mostly completed album, and then this came out.
Yes, bro.
Did you and T.I. have a conversation about it?
No, bro. Last time we talked, he say we ran across the street. He say, man, we gonna talk about the album. You know what I'm saying? That was the last thing we talked about, but man, it was bad timing, bro. Like, we finna put this shit together. Real smoke, bro, and you going there. And what I stand on, you go on a fucking interview and say that?
Well, you even said that this album with T.I. is better than Drake and 21 Savage's album.
Smoke! That's how good this motherfucker is. You know, me and Tip hard to get up to. Bro, Smoke, bro, his talent, bro, but, you know, like, he hurt me with that one, bro. You know, like, bro, like, from me, I was just really trying to figure out. I was like, man, I think this fucking dude is lying. I think he just went up that motherfucker and, like, why would you?
Look. I mean,
Okay, that's the part I needed y'all to hear, man. Boosie is trying to make it seem like T.I. was lying because he really wanted to put that album out. He said the album is better than Drake and 21 Savage. They got so much chemistry together. And he left the opportunity for people to think that T.I. was lying because T.I. was trying to be a comedian at one point, and maybe it was all jokes. But I don't see the punchline. But Boosie threw T.I. an alley-oop, and T.I. is running with it. T.I. admits to lying about snitching on his dead cousin in a new interview. If there's one thing we know about Boosie Badass, is that the Baton Rouge native is very opinionated. He announced he was pulling the plug on the joint project he and T.I. were planning to release. The decision stemmed from a 2020 confession when the Whatever You Like artist claimed he previously snitched on his dead cousin. Wow. Boosie could seem to come to terms that his fellow rapper was possibly working with the police. With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you a effing rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body, because if you doing anything wrong and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. Okay, we all get that part. But those street rules don't really apply anymore, man. That shit is done. You don't have any secrets. They just want to know or see if you're going to tell the truth or not. 9 times out of 10, they already know the answers to the questions, man. And like T.I. said, his lawyer...
From a very real...
Hold on. His lawyer is the person that told him to go ahead and tell on his cousin. So, they working with each other. If the streets is going to be as ignorant as the streets is going to be, law enforcement don't have no choice but to work with people in the streets. It ain't like you got any other resources and shit. By them allowing you to snitch is like doing you a favor. That's my personal opinion. But y'all gotta listen to what T.I. had to say about this, man. Okay, y'all gotta listen to this.
Place and adding some embellishment to it to fit the needed discussion.
Right.
Anybody who would call me and ask what really happened is, hey man, what happened? What's up with this? Well, the case was resolved due to a motion to suppress all of the evidence because of an illegal search or seizure. The case was dismissed.
You gotta say it slow for him, bro. You gotta say it slow
The
for him.
case was resolved because of a motion to suppress all evidence due to an illegal search and seizure. No need to point no finger, say nothing about nobody or
By legal
anybody about
standpoint,
nothing.
that situation shouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Got it.
That's what that was the
But after you tell, they can go back and write up anything to make you look good. That's what they did with Gunna. He snitched in the courtroom, and they wrote a whole deposition about how he didn't really rat. The courts will vouch for you just for the street shit, so people could shut up in the streets. That's what it's all about. People got access to all this information. So all they got to do is print up some documents to counteract some facts, and you off of the hook. They do that type of shit all the time. Just to shut the chatter of the people that really don't got nothing to do with nothing but just want to point fingers. And the only reason why people don't want to cooperate is because they don't want to hear it when they get back to the streets. Hey, look, I will work with y'all. I will do what y'all want me to do. I don't have a problem with giving you information. But back in the hood, where I got to worry about some dum-dum running up on me because he read some paperwork online. So if they want you to cooperate, they can print up a pretty letter, some recommendations, and say some shit that you can use to combat all of the allegations about you in the street. Listen to that T.I. trying to explain this shit expeditiously.
legal search and seizure.
You
Case was dismissed.
You gotta say it slow for him, bro. You gotta say it slow
The
for him.
case was resolved because of a motion to suppress all evidence due to an illegal search and seizure. No need to point no finger, say nothing about nobody or
By legal
anybody about
standpoint,
nothing.
that situation shouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Got it.
That's what that was the argument that my counsel took to the judge. The judge banged his gavel after hearing why they pulled us over.
And the reason why I put it in such an elementary term is because, again, we do live in this age of the internet. So as far as dealing with Trap News Network, there'll never be rooms for, well, maybe not. No, this is where it's simply
bro,
down to the nitty gritty.
Man, to be honest with you, People out there is just talking for the sake of talking. It passed their time by. Take their mind off their world for a minute.
Well, the entertainment of the genre.
Man, regardless of what T.I. is talking about, you have to remember, this is the same dude that said he talked to his dead cousin. And the dead man he ratted on told him to rat. Me personally, I feel like T.I. is trying to make it to the grave with his money. He's getting older. The rapping ain't working. He slipped off into comedy. That shit ain't work. And usually, when you commit a sacrifice, you get bit in the ass eventually. He's trying to do everything to avoid that bite. Y'all gotta listen at this.
This is what so Kill the King, really, man. Kill the King, to me, it's a representation of killing the ego. I feel like the King of the South moniker, it's very egotistical, self-gratuitous, and it's a persona that kind of enters the room before I do physically. You know what I'm saying? And Big Boy, actually, he cautioned me of this back when I was just coming on to the scene, man. And, I went to all the legends that I respected and I had access to, the Southern legends, like 8 Ball MJ, like Bun B. Pimp C was away on a mandated vacation. So, Bun B proxy for him. Like Outkast, Big and Dre, Goody Mob, Scarface, you know what I'm saying? I kind of went to him and just, I was like, yo, so, you know what I'm saying, the King of the South thing is that's what I'm going with. And, and I want to, out of respect, just kind of, see how you guys feel about it.
Okay. Now, he's basically saying that when he started the whole King of the South thing, he went to all the legends in the South and asked them how they felt about it. Well, what you gotta realize is that when you make a sacrifice of that magnitude, you might as well ride that wave for all it's worth. But now that he's older, career not popping like it was, I'm not saying he's broke or he's doing bad, but it's a thin line between rich and poor. He wanted to kill the King of the South now. He wants to kill the king, man. And the reason why he want to do that is because he know that if he keep this shit going, he gonna have to carry on the sacrifices he made in order to be the quote-unquote King of the South. By him even coming out and speaking on his cousin and letting the world know what happened, that was releasing a lot of pain in his life because he know he was wrong. He tried to justify it and give it to the people so he can get it off of his chest. But it was so awkward, so baffling. But the saddest part about all of this is people just want to be stuck on the fact that he snitched on somebody. But what I'm trying to present with my allegations and speculations, ain't none of this stuff true. It's just my personal opinion of a possibility that may not even be real. But my personal conclusion is that it's a possibility that T.I. took his cousin out of the game. Because if they was both going to that trial about them guns, his cousin could have flipped. Or his cousin probably was innocent in the situation and it was all on tip. And before, like he said, man, he said, if they gonna come extradite me, then I would rather give you up before they get me. I would rather get rid of you and do you dirty before they extradite me. And it's not like his cousin wasn't a man. Like he didn't have a legacy, kids, family. Now he got some shit on his name that's not even supposed to be there. Y'all gotta finish listening to this, man.
And, all of them gave me their support. Scarface told me straight up, I don't want to be king. You can have it. I believe Dre said something like, well, what does it really mean to be king? Like, you know what I mean? And Big said, well, yeah, that shit sound cool. I like it. But just understand, if you the king, you're going to put a big bullseye on your back. You know what I mean? You can't be looking for no favors. I'm like, yeah, okay, but you all right with it though, cool, right? And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but just understand the name of the game. I mean, life is a game of chess, or chess is the game of life, and the name of the game in chess is to kill the king. So just understand that that's what you kind of setting yourself up for. And at the time when he said it, I didn't really think much of it.
Why would you have to ask anybody for your kingship? If anything, people appoint that shit to you. The people elect the king. You can't be on the campaign to be elected. I could see if you wanted to be the president of the South and you wanted to get people's votes, but a kingship don't work like that. And I hate to say it, but should there even be a kingship amongst Southern rap? Because if it is, shit, that crown belongs to Jay Prince. Or when it comes to Atlanta, shit, Outkast already had the crown. And that's why he went to all these people and asked this dumbass question. And instead of hurting his feelings and seeing how much of an egomaniac this man is, they just went ahead and let him ride with it like, whatever, dude. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you can do, man. Hold on, man. The disrespect. Y'all don't understand how the disrespect is, man. Been getting over. Been shitting on people. Look, man, Outkast been had the crown. The logo is the damn crown. Shit. UGK. Hold on. Y'all gotta see this. UGK already had the crown. But he want to step over all these people that been certified, been putting in that work. And that's why hip hop is a freaking joke. And people will do anything to live a falsified persona, whatever it is, including sacrifices and you name it, just to be in this video game Grand Theft Auto bullshit. But now he's getting older. And he realized the sacrifices that he made wasn't even worth it, because in the end, he's been doing good. He's been dodging a lot of shit his whole career. They tried to R. Kelly him. They said he was sex trafficking him and his wife. Man, he been through hell and back with this thing. I don't know how much longer he gonna be able to duck and dodge this shit, but he ready to kill a king. He want to bury it. He don't want it no more. Run that back a little bit.
Your back, you know what I mean? You can't be looking for no favors. I'm like, yeah, okay, but you all right with it though, cool, right? And he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but just understand the name of the game. I mean, life is a game of chess, or chess is the game of life, and the name of the game in chess is to kill the king. So just understand that that's what you kind of setting yourself up for. And at the time when he said it, I didn't really think much of it. It didn't resonate to me. But standing here 20 years later, looking back on my career, looking back on, what I'm saying, just kind of the experiences that I've endured, I kind of can see what he meant now. You know what I'm saying? Thing is, bro, when I called myself King of the South, you know what I'm saying? I really ushered in the idea or the thought that it's okay to call yourself king. Like before, it was kind of like something that everybody, because that's how it came about to me. KP and myself, we were on the way to a studio session coming from the mall. Uh, and we were listening to the Mystical album Tarantula that it just dropped. And on the album, he said he called himself the Prince of the South. You know, I was like, if Mystical is the Prince of the South, who would be the king? And I was just asking a question. It was kind of rhetorical.
You dirty motherfucking dog. Hold on, wait a minute, man. What type of Funyuns or Doritos was he eating that day? How you gonna skip the line? The reason why Mystical said he was the Prince of the South is because he had courtesy for the people that have been doing it before he was doing it. Modest courtesy at that. But you, arrogant motherfucker, skipped the line and then had to ask people how they felt about it. That's like if you standing in line at the movies to get your popcorn, and this motherfucker jump in front of you and turn around and say, how do you feel about me skipping the line ahead of you? And you've been standing here for an hour. I'm pretty sure all the people he asked was looking at him cockeyed. And that's why Pimp C went on a rant that he went on, because this shit is foolish, man. Hold on. What the hell we got going on over here? Oh shit, wrong screen. Ugh, that's pretty bad. Y'all bear with me. That was awkward. Oh shit, y'all can see everything. Yeah, who we got up in here, man? Cause ain't nobody leaving. What's going on? I'm gonna need y'all to get this party started, man. Everybody in the chat, what's up? If you watching the video, leave a comment so I could give you a shout out, man. I know y'all here for them hot docs. Who else is here? Glenda Patterson, what it do? Ghostface STDs is here. Is anybody else in the building? Because this is looking kind of crazy, man. I'm trying to show y'all some love. I guess y'all don't want it. Hold on, Lanisha in the building. Well, why didn't you say nothing? King Greens, Tank Dog is kicking it. Baldo Gonzalez, that's what it is. Rob F, what it do, dog? Shit, I guess that's all we got up in here. That's all we need. GMB, we all we got. Let's get back into this news, though. Okay, run that back a little bit so y'all can listen at this, man. Listen at this, y'all.
And myself, we were on the way to a studio session coming from the mall. And we were listening to the Mystical album Tarantula that it just dropped. And on the album, he said he called himself the Prince of the South. You know, I was like, if Mystical is the Prince of the South, who would be the king? And I was just asking a question. It was kind of rhetorical. And I was kind of looking at the one, and I turned and looked at KP, and he looked at me, cut the radio down. He said, "You would." I say, I'd be damned if I wouldn't. I mean, shit, I think I might.
God, his friend tried to warn his ass. Even his homie couldn't believe the arrogance. He said he turned down the radio and looked back at him in the rearview mirror and said, "You wouldn't." That motherfucker said, "Yes, I would." Please say you wouldn't do that. I'm just as disgusted as his homie, man. Hold up.
And on the album, he said he called himself the Prince of the South. You know, I was like, if Mystical is the Prince of the South, who would be the king? And I was just asking a question. It was kind of rhetorical. And I was kind of looking at the one, and I turned and looked at KP, and he looked at me, cut the radio down. He said, "You would." I say, I'd be damned if I wouldn't. I mean, shit, I think I might. And we happened to be going. We was on the way to a session. Beanie Siegel and I were collaborating for the Shaft soundtrack. on a record called Two Glock 9s. And
Yep.
and I think that was the first time, you know what I'm saying, I just said it out loud. And when people heard it, the visceral reaction that they had, that's what made it more personal for me. When people started telling me, you can't call yourself that. You can't. I said, well, who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't call myself? And that's kind of when I began to feel more ownership, or more, I felt like, okay, well, now I got to stand on this now. Ludacris, who was Chris Lover at the time, had a massively successful radio show with Poon Daddy, and one of Poon and Chris's partners from Disturbing the Peace, they record label, he kind of had adverse opinions about me calling myself the King of the South. But he said something like on the radio. So I called him to the radio station. I said, I tell you what, man, if your boy say he the King of the South, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, your boy got a problem with me being the King of the South, why don't he call in? He kick it first. I'm gonna do mine and let the people decide. And immediately my partner KP, he was like, man, that is a horrible idea. Why would you say that? He said, man, you gonna call his homeboys radio show and you gonna let them be in control? I was like, yeah, well, we going with it, right? And that's what happened. And then, you know what I'm saying, the people voted, and
Hey, man, I hear you, T. I hear you, bruh. But it's a little too late now to try to bury this shit. You wanted this BS title. Now you're starting to realize what you done. It's been too many years. It done marinated. It done sunk in, man. It's all the way in there. There's no way you can get out of this now. You're just gonna have to ride this wave. And it's looking like it's at the end of the wave. You about to wash up on the shore, and people not gonna like what they gonna see, man. What is it? The higher they go, the harder they fall type of thing. And I don't want to see T.I. fall. But if you can admit that you snitched on a dead person, there's only so many ways you can admit a sacrifice, and this is one of them, man. You sacrificed your cousin for fortune and fame, your own flesh and blood, man. We hear these type of stories all the time. And for Boosie to even do a collab with T.I., he already knew what time it was. He just ain't want the public to know. I'm pretty sure Boosie worked with a lot of rats, but he not trying to admit that. Listen at this, y'all.
Talent, bro, but like, he hurt me with that one, bro. Bro, like, from me, I was just really trying to figure out. I was like, man, I think this fucking dude is lying. I think he just went up that motherfucker and, like, why would you?
Look. I mean, the whole argument of why he didn't say shit. I mean, look, how long did it take me to talk about my whole home invasion situation that me and you talked about in our interview? How long did it take me to talk about me getting ripped off for a kilo of cocaine? Like, this is 15 years after. Like, people hold in a lot of shit, until there's a situation. And if you think about the whole T.I. thing, it's not like when everyone found out about it, is not when he actually said it. It's from a podcast like a year ago that somebody dug up and said, oh, we had missed this part. That wasn't a new podcast. That was from like a year ago. But you know how, you put out a 2-hour podcast, not everyone catches every little thing. Not everyone breaks up their shit like Vlad TV. So, I don't know, man. To me, I don't know why he would lie about this. This doesn't make him look better. It doesn't make him look better.
Me neither.
You know what I mean?
Me neither.
Now,
I don't.
Would someone lie about having 100 kilos when they really had one? Maybe, but why would they lie about cooperating? That's not something you lie about.
I don't know. I guess, bro. I don't know. It might have been a bigger situation, you know. I don't know. I be trying to figure out people, but I didn't know, you know. I just
See, that's that funny business, man, that I want to talk to y'all about real quick. Boosie is trying to make excuses for T.I. because he knows that he done some shit that he's not proud of neither. And just like all the other rap dudes coming to T.I.'s defense, the only reason why they're doing it is because they know that they did some things that they're not proud of. You got Young Jock and a bunch of other people speaking on the situation because they probably did something 10 times worse. And just in case they ever get exposed, they could bring up the T.I. situation and how they was riding with him. Listen at this, y'all.
So I told him I ain't doing no cooperation. That shit off the table. Y'all can't even talk to me about that. But everything else, I want to see it. Mm-hmm. So they came to me. They said, "Shit, we got a deal." I think it's a good one. I think you might like it. I said, "Well, what is it?" And then they say, "It's about community service, helping the community, and stopping kids from making the mistakes that could send them down the path that you was on." I said, okay. But then when I get to, that's them telling me, but then I get to reading it, and it says, an example to work with law enforcement. I said, ho, I ain't working with no more. I ain't trying. Yeah. I said no cooperation. I'm like, man, fuck.
Hold on, wait a minute, bro. What is he talking about? He said they came in the room with some paperwork and said, "We got a deal for you, something you might like. It's gonna be real good." Bruh, you cooperating with the law, regardless of what they talking about, man. Hold on. Neo K Love joined the channel. Look, thank you so much for joining the channel, my love. I really do appreciate you. And y'all should do the same thing. Green Tea, Brandon Harris, man, thank y'all so much for being in the chat. Ray Love, all y'all out there. But he making it seem like when he was sitting down talking to these people, he wasn't cooperating with these people, man. Hold up.
I get to reading it about community. No cooperation, that shit off the table. Y'all can't even talk to me about that. But everything else, I want to see it. Mm-hmm. So they came to me. They said, "Shit, we got a deal." I think it's a good one. I think you might like it. I said, "Well, what is it?" And then they say, it's about community service, helping the community, and stopping kids from making the mistakes that could send them down the path that you was on. I said, okay. But then when I get to, that's them telling me, but then I get to reading it, and it says, an example to work with law enforcement. I said, ho, I ain't working with no more. I ain't trying. Yeah. I said no cooperation. I'm like, man, fuck. And like, and that's a year and a day. And I'm like, and if not, then what? He was like, well, shit, then we got to goddamn answer about why you was the only one who had your fingerprint to get in them goddamn, and we got to answer that in a jury trial. And I mean, I don't know.
Hold on, wait a minute, man. So, they only had his fingerprints. Then his cousin ironically passed away before they could go to trial. Then he turned around and flipped this shit on his cousin and walk off free. But his cousin didn't have no fingerprints, no nothing. Hold on. Well, what is he talking about right here? Listen at this.
That situation shouldn't have happened.
Exactly. That was the argument that my counsel took to the judge. The judge banged his gavel after hearing why they pulled us over.
And the reason why I put it in such an elementary term is because, again, we do live in this age of the internet. So as far as dealing with Trap News Network, there'll never be rooms for, well, maybe not. No, this is what it's simply down to the nitty gritty.
Man, to be honest with you, people out there is just talking for the sake of talking. It passed their time by. Take their mind off their world for a minute.
Well, the entertainment of the drama is more entertaining than the truth.
Man, listen.
The truth don't come with excitement.
I cannot give people with the least amount of information the most consideration. You don't know. I do. So why am I going to be listening to you more than I'm listening to me? Because if you don't know and you have access to me, what you could do is say, hey, bro, what happened? And if you had access to me and someone called you with some, oh man, butt it down bad, then you have the opportunity to lead them into the light by saying, hold up, let me find out. Hit me, hey bro, what's up with that? This is what happened. Go back to the person who's not educated. Now you can lead them. Hey man, nah, really man, this is how it went down. And at that point, you got orders of operation. You got some clarity there. Right. Now it's like the tail wagging the dog. You know, you the person got access to the
I'm gonna need for y'all to leave comments right now. Right motherfucking now. Comments in the comment section. I'm not playing anymore. If we don't get comments, we not getting no after party. And I got some fine strippers on the way. No strippers, no party, no pizza, nigga. Comments. Now. I'll be here all night. I'm waiting on y'all. So y'all not gonna listen? Perfect for the Lord. Be perfect for the Lord, but also be perfect for the comment section, my brother. Green tea, get off that toilet and leave more comments. Mall 400, we appreciate you. This motherfucker said nope. Nope to leaving comments? Oh, you don't want to leave a comment? That's fine with me, sucker. You ain't never gotta leave another comment. Hold on, get that shit. Get his ass. He trying to run from me. You ain't never gotta worry about leaving another comment ever. Gonna tell me nope. Now your ass blocked, bitch. Just leave them comments, please. Katiana Cruz, don't cry about it. You make it seem like I'm pulling your hair out or something. Mortal Destiny, that's all you had to do, my love. Heavenly Lonnie, so glad to see you, baby. Now, who else want to get blocked? Eric Mack, that's right. Leave them comments, ghoul. Northern Downpour. Jacob King. Empress, what's up, my love? I'm so glad you're here. Best believe that. I need y'all to keep doing that. I don't give a damn what you say. Just leave comments. It don't even have to make sense. Just put it in the chat. Tiana Haley. Thank you, baby. Gage Gore, you need to do better, brother. Cause you not, oh, now you want to tell people to hit the like button. Do anybody want his wrench? I gotta take his wrench, man, because this mother. Delilah, do you want Gage Gore's wrench? Cause he is not holding it down in the chat. But that's Negro here, no there. We got more stuff we gotta get into, man, before I get out of here. Matter of fact, I'm about to get out of here in a minute, cause I gotta set up the arcade, man. So let me get that all set up real fast.
Yo, it ain't no big deal or no big news that T.I. is snitching and everything. But I'm just confused to how people never considered that it's a possibility, allegedly, that T.I. did his own cousin in just to get off on them charges, man. Hold up.
To the facts, and you allowing the person with absolutely no access to the facts to lead you.
Facts.
And I just don't think that's why I say it's confusing to me. I don't understand it.
I want to ask you two specific questions before we slide up out of here. Number one, considering that y'all do have two mutual, relationships and all that,
right.
Do you give the mutual side on your side? Like,
you mean my son?
Yeah.
Man, my son I ain't got to tell my son nothing about me. You know what I'm saying? One thing about
I don't even mean about you. I mean as far as now his relationship and dealing with Boosie's son. Are you allow him to continue?
Allow it? And man, grown. He friend with. But one thing I won't do is hold a grown man's actions or comments to another grown man, and to kids and family.
Right.
Like whatever that's two men's discrepancies. That's only two men. It ain't got nothing to
respect that.
Ain't nobody else included.
Same between girlfriends, cousins, wives, baby mamas, homies, and crews and all. Nah, man, this is not none of that.
I'm not doing that.
This is a conversation between two grown men that's sitting. That's all.
It was supposed to be.
Well, yeah.
It was supposed to be. Now it kind of like a spectacle playing.
A situation between two grown men. Yeah, conversation might not have been.
That's what it was supposed to be, a mere conversation. But I mean, that shit is crazy because I just expected so much more from the relationship. And I expected so much more from the person because of what I thought of the relationship.
Considering what y'all had going on.
You did. And nah, man, we've been cool forever. We ain't never had no problem.
Right.
And so that's me over the course of over a decade, we've nurtured a relationship.
Yeah, not long.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even before he went down and before my shit, we was always, player. And so you nurture a relationship for that long just to set it on fire just by the impulse taking over instinct like that. Why would you jeopardize something so certain for something uncertain? And that's the part I don't understand. But maybe it ain't for me to understand. Because the other side of the if don't apply to me. So I don't really have to. I'm not over there.
You can't live in that hypothetical because it just don't exist.
I know, because I know the truth. Nah, man, that's the real deal.
Oh, man, I didn't even realize all of that stuff, man. That's some pretty deep stuff. That Boosie's son is cool with T.I.'s son, but now your dad is a rat. But your dad a rat too. Oh my goodness. Look, anybody that sit on Vlad TV that much and do all that talking to give somebody else some views. And I love Boosie, but I'm just saying, where is the Boosie podcast? And everybody go, look, I'm already subscribed. Y'all go to subscribe to Big Daddy Vlad. But Boosie, look, they're like slaves, you know what I'm saying? For Big Daddy Vlad, what is your deal? Sitting down, giving this man, I think this is a part of a deal. All these dudes, J-Bo was never supposed to get out of jail. Let's be real. I read the BMF book. J-Bo was moving them bricks, and it is a known fact. And when you dealing with that much dope, you ain't never supposed to get out of jail. But somehow, some way, J-Bo made it to Vlad, and he's openly talking about kilos of coke, and got the nerve to call somebody else a snitch. But you talking to Vlad. This nigga named Tony Yayo. If the police looking for a suspect, he the prime suspect. They sitting with Vlad talking all this illegal shit like they got immunity or something like that. And then you want to go at T.I. because he said something on another platform? If he would have said it on Vlad, then it would have been all right. Look, I love Big Daddy Vlad, but I gotta call it how I see it, man. Birds of a feather flock together. And if y'all been flocking together this long, but he'll do anything to get Vlad some views, man. He threw his own brother under the bus so Vlad can buy a new Bentley.
Oh my goodness.
What type of pimp shit is that? I don't know, man. That's just my personal opinion. How y'all feel about it out there, man? Do y'all feel like Boosie on that BS? Yo, we about to head over to the arcade. I left the link in the side chat right there. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all gonna come through. We just gonna be playing the video game tonight. Sawan, I would love to see you in the building. Tiana Haley, we need you over there too, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to set that up. Shout out to Boosie. Shout out to T.I. and everybody in this situation, but rest in peace to T.I.'s cousin. I'm pretty sure if he was still alive, he wouldn't have took the rap. And even though he was dead, he knew that was some foul shit. But that's Negro here, no doubt. I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. And keep your eyes open, because you never know what type of tricks they got up their sleeve, man. It's gonna be plenty of YouTubers trying to make you believe something that's not true. I'm not one of them people. I'm not trying to make you believe a damn thing, man. You gotta make up your own mind. Open your eyes and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that Cash App, baby. Let me double check and see if anybody hit that Cash App. Where my phone at? God, okay, I got my phone. Y'all hold up, man. Make sure if anybody hit that Cash App, I gotta give you a shout out. Where it up? Delilah said, "We love you, Sean." No, we love you, Delilah, because, you know, you the queen of this whole thing. You the queen. You feel me? Okay, let me double check this. Did anybody... Oh my God. Somebody done hit that Cash App. Man, let me get these shout outs real quick. I gotta take it all the way back to the back. A.E. Grace Gonzalez Scarletti Machiavelli hit the Cash App. Mia Brooks, Miss Ness, Bree Alexandria, Lanisha hit that Cash App earlier. Yo, shout out to Black Ice for leaving the $2 in a super chat. Green Ink, even Tierra Williams hit that Cash App. Chloe Hammett, Eva Watson, India 22, Carrie, Lisa Wims. Yo, thank you so much, baby. And Jenny Palanquios hit the Cash App. Yo, so much love for everybody that hit that Cash App. You know what I'm saying? And for all you beautiful women's out there that's watching the video, I don't like talking bad about these celebrities. I try not to, but sometimes I just gotta tell the truth. And this is a dangerous game, but I be risking my life because I know y'all had a long day. Some of y'all had a long week and y'all trying to get this entertainment. I do it because I love you, girl. You gotta understand that. Why else would I be risking my motherfucking life if it wasn't for your beautiful smile, baby? I do this for your beautiful soul because I love you, girl. You know I do. That's why I risk my motherfucking life.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. Go back. Delilah Boyd hit that motherfucking Cash App. Man, I can't even leave now. If you doing it like that, Delilah, I need to see you in the arcade, baby. I left the link in the little side chat. Come over to the arcade, girl, because I got something special for you. I've been thinking about doing the face reveal. I'm going to do it tonight because you did not have to hit that Cash App like that, girl. I mean, you got me over here blushing and shit. Bring your ass right now. Bring your ass right now. I risk my motherfucking life.
Risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give you documentations, girl. I risk my life to give